collectors in disguise. Children of Primus, collectors in disguise. Children of Primus, collectors in disguise. Children of Primus, Children of Primus.
And we are live. And I'm a black screen. And now I'm not.
And we are live. And welcome everyone. Frenzy Freestyle Sunday with Children of Primus. Myself, Spinister. We got Toy Warp. We got Impactor Productions, and we got Senembach Arts. And we also have James Coleman in the comments. So regarding our topic with James with GoBots, says hello guys, hello James, and says I started with GoBots, aka Machine Robo. However, I wish the Transformers theme sounded like the GoBots theme, and at TFCon 2013, Marilyn Lightstone, who voiced Crasher,
who I think has the most epic bad person laugh of the 80s.
Nice.
Her laugh is so great.
Nice.
So, mentioning Crasher, well, before this got on, I'm currently debating on trying to get some. My goodness, I have to show another stop motion that involves a GoBot in it. It's actually pretty cool what they do with this. But they're the GoBots for me. I only heard of them by reputation from my parents. I never knew fully what they were until they explained to me how, well, Transformers basically bought them and took over. And since then, now basically I'm starting to get a little bit more into it, especially since the entire show is available on a streaming platform for free.
The first season is available.
Yeah.
The first season, and depending where you are, it's for Americans on a streaming platform, which we'll mention it's Tubi.
Yes.
It is free for the Americans on that platform, not for the Canadians as yet. So it says it's unavailable on our side. Yeah, I jumped into it because I have watched stuff on Tubi. The minute Toywork mentioned it was available, I jumped over to see if I could watch a few, because I've not watched it since '83. It's unavailable on our side at the moment, hopefully.
I've not watched one episode of GoBots. I did read the Tom Scioli comic, though, which I always plug whenever we talk about them.
And then, as you always mention that comic, my high school classmate Dash Shaw did the B covers for that comic series.
Yeah, that's a really cool connection. Yeah. First of all, holy puzzler on that table.
Yes. And Mario says, hello everyone at Children of Primus. Hello again, Mario. Always thank you for joining us. Always thank you for James and everyone else that's joining us live and after the stream. And James also says, great GoBot haul you have there.
Oh, this is the tip of the iceberg. This is just what fits in front of the camera, man. I got a box next to me that has just entirely too much stuff. You know, Tonka made GoBots. They actually made a Tonka truck that had GoBots on it.
Wow.
Oh, that's sick.
It doesn't transform. It's just branded.
Yep, it's just to haul GoBots around, I guess.
As far as carrying cases go, that's not a bad one.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Throw them all in there.
Yeah. Hello. I had a very weird early experience with GoBots, because you got to remember, I got into Transformers in the early 90s when GoBots was done and dusted, but Hasbro had acquired the name. So in Generation 2, they had the little Matchbox racer-sized Transformers that were called GoBots. They did them in Generation 2, right towards the end of the line.
High Beam.
Ooh, impressive.
I love High Beam.
Yeah. So those were called GoBots, and I was on the very early Transformers internet at the time, and people would always talk about GoBots as the competitor to Transformers in the 80s and be like, oh, it was that or GoBots. And I was like, did they not used to make these? Did somebody else make these?
That's where the confusion came from, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until years later that I figured out what they actually were, basically.
Well, it's funny. Welcome, Fair Courage, and welcome, Mr. Magnus. It's funny in a lot of the Transformers groups when anyone mentions GoBots, like, automatically there's those people jumping in and like, oh, those are the dollar store knockoffs and the stuff, the cheap stuff if you couldn't afford Transformers. And I think in certain senses it depends on the age of the fans, because back in 83 when most of us were like between the ages of like 9, 10, 11, and GoBots came out, you had GoBots or you had nothing, because Transformers did not exist yet for any of us. So
GoBots came out first.
exactly.
Lots were first. Which is a weird.
Yeah.
It was a weird turn too, because it's they did the same thing as Transformers. They took an existing toy line from Japan, Machine Robo, and it was Tonka that did it. And that's such a weird turn for Tonka. I think anyway.
The only thing I knew the only thing I ever knew Tonka for was all their construction machines, because when I was a little kid, I would have my Grammy just go over to technically our aunt's house by standard and just get me all of their Tonka toys, and I just dig up our entire backyard. That is all I knew Tonka for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same for us as a kid, and those were sturdy metal, like hard plastic tires, tires / wheels. Actually, funny enough, I forgot I had a pickup truck tow truck where you could remove the wheels, but they were sturdy metal. Like those things were indestructible for forever. Before they jumped into the GoBots.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Tonka was making toys clear back in like the late 40s, and I've got a whole bunch of the Tonka trucks from like the 50s and 60s. They lasted that long.
Mm-hmm.
Probably went through numerous childhoods too.
Wasn't there a series of Tonka trucks where you could actually change the tires?
Yep.
Yes,
They had spare tires.
Yep.
And you turned the hood. And pulled it off.
I think I have one of those.
Yep, I had one. I think that was my only Tonka truck that I recall getting as a gift when I was a kid.
One thing to mention about the GoBots, this is kind of crazy to me, but Crasher actually, so to go off this, Crasher has had in total for American, like in our entire thing, she's had 3 releases. The first release was back in 2007 during the Energon whatever toy line for 2007's Bayverse, and she was called Fracture instead of Crasher.
Yeah,
Then you
name
have
copyright.
and then you have the official change up where she's back to Crasher and she's in Legacy Evolution or whatever, the 500 the Velocitron 500 Speedia, and now you have her Age of the Primes release.
Yeah, and there's the original right there.
Kind of. This is the white variant.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
she's
remember
black.
there's more than
She's
one.
black with a purple face and a bunch of orange imprints or imprints or whatever the heck the word is.
Is that less
the
common,
original.
more common?
Way less common. Yeah, the white
of
variant
course.
Yep,
of
And there's the other one.
that's her.
And here's the kicker. I still have her card.
Oh, lovely.
Nice.
Yeah, I gave $3 for her.
Yeah,
want to.
I'm exactly the wrong age and time period to have really gotten the brunt of the GoBots were lame thing. By the time I was really paying attention to this stuff, people were over the GoBots were lame part of it, right? Because, there was a period there where if you were making a Transformers comic and you needed generic background guys to die, you'd throw in the GoBots, right?
Yeah.
With the sort of the big obvious example that everybody remembers is IDW's Megatron Origin, which has Megatron fighting and defeating Psykill in an arena fight at the start of an issue.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happened, people were already kind of over that joke.
I actually, let me think of what her name was.
Yeah.
Does anybody here know what Ben 10 is?
yeah.
I've heard of it.
I've watched it.
Let me just quickly share my screen because there's a character that shares way too much of a resemblance to whatever her Crasher is. Let me just. Her name is Vistatron. Just see, it looks too similar to her. Seriously.
Let me tell you, this is probably deliberate. You know why?
It has to be deliberate.
Yeah, Derek J. Wyatt was the character designer for Ben 10, and he was also the character designer for Transformers Animated, right? So he's like a certified Transformers guy because he made that show also. So this is most likely on purpose.
I wonder if it,
I,
what,
I
was
just
she in the
guess it's-
cartoon?
Yeah, she was in the Ben 10 Omniverse cartoon series.
I wonder if it was the same voice actor. That would be great to flip on a Ben 10 episode and hear that Crasher laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were pretty good about that during animated. A lot of times they got a lot of vintage voice actors to come back for like little cameos like that. They still had like Spike was not there as a major character, but he had a couple of little Easter egg cameos, and they got the guy to voice him. They got Sue Blue back to do RC. It was never the big roles, but it was always like if there was like a one-off thing, they'd get the person. So maybe they got Crasher's VA. I wouldn't be surprised.
Torb, since you have that white Crasher, you really need to get the black Psykill.
That's
Oh, yeah,
racist.
green one.
Why does that look like Mohawk from the TLK movies? It looks almost like Mohawk with the green imprints and everything.
No, I don't have a black Psykill. Got a white Turbo.
You know what? Let's catch up on the comments for a quick second. So Sandra in the comments says, hello, everyone. Hello, Sandra, and welcome once again. Transformers Joe says, what's up, everyone? Hey,
What's
hey,
up?
Joe.
What's going on, Sandy? I got Spin on the show just for you. Don't worry.
Oh, gosh. Mario says, also, we've got some stuff shown off at London MCM Comic-Con. Cool. Transformers Joe says, glad I got y'all. I've been crazy to hear about some GoBots. And said, I had a lot of GoBots because my mom said Transformers were too expensive. No.
That does kind of make
tracks.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
That tracks.
And Mario says, the only thing we've got to see over from MCM London Comic was the second 2-pack of the Timeline Subline Japan theme and the prototype of Commander Class Onslaught.
Yeah,
I have one
Megatron
thing-
changes into a wild boar. Bumblebee changes into a flying squirrel.
Oh, gosh.
One thing I'd like to mention about that Onslaught, the price now for a Commander class figure is $100, which to me is out of the world of possibilities.
Look, guys, it's Rat Trap. It's Rat Trap, guys.
Oh, is that the
Snow White,
original
ladies
or
and
is
gentlemen.
that the Thrilling 30s?
It's the reissue of the original.
Thrilling 30s is the only one that I knew personally.
Yeah, we got that one here too.
Ah,
But
James,
to-
you might have to send it to me then. You see how that
To
works?
go
You just
off-
send it to me. I don't pay for it. You just send it to me. See how that works?
To go off this with the combaticons and things, for me, I'm debating, like, I have a good standpoint on what I'm trying to currently buy when my birthday comes around, and I should, hypothetically, if I work my butt off snow shoveling and every other job around my area, I should have enough money to buy both Devastator, well, all of Devastator, all of Superion, and, like, the startup limbs for Bruticus.
Oh, the
Hence
Cap
why-
Gun. I used to have that Cap Gun.
Hence why my plan would be it's a strong debate if I'm gonna buy Onslaught, because for me he's also missing some key points of articulation for me that I would want to figure. For instance, he doesn't have wrist swivel or whatever it is, which I think is a big problem.
Now, Mario says, we also got some news about the rumors about the Energon Universe comics from Skybound getting an animated series are true, and they're trying to get the money for an animated
Yes.
studio.
Now this is
Oh.
early days. They've said they don't have a studio yet. They're going to make a pilot.
Another mention, actually, so
Hires.
another thing that somebody mentioned at the con is that they've been putting the Throttlebots' heads, like they've made a bunch of the heads to the Throttlebots and put it on 86 Bumblebee's torso, basically, or entire body. So there's a chance that we might get all the Throttlebots eventually, which would be very nice.
I like the Throttlebots.
Well,
Yeah.
have y'all seen the new retros? I found these this week.
Oh yeah, they've hit my stores.
Oh,
Yeah, I've been
I
seeing
currently
them.
need to get the Sea Spray. The Sea Spray is the only thing I need, but he's $30. That's
Yeah.
the issue I have.
Yeah. Fortunately, he seems to be pretty common. I was worried he was going to be rare because he's one of these that's not a retool. He's like a brand new figure.
Where I am, so my dad will finally
Right.
spot him in our Walmart. And
Go
but
to
the
any
one issue
Walmart
I've
in
been hearing-
Ontario here. You can find one. There's a lot of them.
Everything that I've been hearing from my friends is that scalpers have been getting to him faster than you could say whatever all the Constructicons' names, basically.
Oh,
That's
I'll-
how fast
I'll-
people have been getting there.
I'll bet there were 10 of each of these on the shelf when I picked them up.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they have the
Yeah,
tech
I thought they
specs
were
on
going to
them,
get
like the ones
scalped.
you
That
get.
is not the situation locally.
Yep.
Well, that's where it is for me, because half of my friends have been all going to different Walmarts in my area have had the same issue where they can't find him. Only 3 of my friends have managed to find him, and that is it. And there's usually
Your
only
friends
one
are
or
the
two.
scalpers.
No, they're not the scalpers. Seriously,
Your
they're
friends
all
are the
teenagers.
scalpers.
Never
They're
shall
all
get back
teenagers. How can they be scalpers if they're teenagers?
to you. Scalpers exist in any
I scalped
age,
stuff when I was a
Oh my
teenager.
gosh.
any
Yeah,
race.
it's easier when you're a teenager. You have way more free time.
My
I
uncle
don't want
was
to buy so many that a person doesn't get one.
Careful, Children of Primus does not endorse scalping.
Yeah.
no, but my uncle
Wildlife.
was one of the security guys at one of the concert venues, and so he had the inside track to tickets. And I used to buy $100 worth of tickets from him, which back in the day was 5 tickets.
Mhm.
And then I'd sell them for $40 a piece,
Mhm.
double my money,
Dang,
and then
that's
I
smart.
would go to the con, and I was 12.
Yep,
Okay,
I was like 11,
so
12,
yeah,
13.
scalpers are at any age.
Yep.
You just got to have a business mind about it. What's value?
Okay, man, I really don't have that mind.
Apparently your friends do.
Well, no,
So your
all
friends are,
my friend,
if
my
your
friend-
friends are if your friends are not finding the pieces in your area, then they're the scalper. They're
You
taking
go-
them and selling them.
well, no, the thing is, with all of us,
But these
all
are shelf
trying-
warmers everywhere.
Currently, me and my friends are trying to create an entire stop motion series, so we're all trying to have the same figures, so we can all correlate, or well, not correlate, congregate all of them into one series. So, like, we can have one person that does it in a different style, another person do it in a different style, and the other person do it in a different style. And all
Handy for
of us
B-roll.
EST spray, so we can use them in our G1 stuff.
Well, I'm gonna jump over to Toy Warp's collection and then over to Magnus's collection. But just before that, what Magnus is saying in terms of they're available everywhere. The certain characters there is still that issue in terms of where they're available, because I believe it was the Galaxy Shuttle at a certain point. Everyone was searching for them, but then over here in Canada, every Walmart had a bunch of them, and I was able to buy a few for Prime Dynamics and send it to him, because he said over where he's located, no Walmarts had them, yet over here, it was just like shelves of them.
For
I
some
never
odd
saw
reason,
one. I never saw one.
Galaxy Shuttle
Same
stopped
here.
in Ross's for some odd reason. A lot of Ross's in my area had him, which was very confusing.
Yeah, so I mean, it's one of those things. However, things are within the distribution lines. Some regions, see multiples of characters, while others are like, yeah, we've not got one, and I'm like, well, we've got like 20 of them on our shelf here, and they're just sitting, like no one's running to buy them.
Also, one other thing. So after Toy Warp and Mr. Magnus show their collections, I have the one stop motion that has a GoBot in it in a very good scene placement, and then I'll show the most recent stop motion I've made this week.
Nice. So
let's see the collections.
over to Toy Warp's collection, because I know on Toy Warp Vintage Reviews, when I googled Mighty GoBots, one of his original videos from almost 2 years ago came up like first page on the listing. So over to you, Toy Warp. What do you have on your shelf there?
This is Zod. He is a motorized dinosaur type thing. What's really neat is between the cartoon and the toys, there wasn't a huge difference. Unlike Transformers, where they would transform differently a whole bunch of times, or they would carry accessories that they didn't carry as toys, or just all the inconsistencies. One of the things GoBots were really good at was the fact that the toys looked exactly like what was happening in the cartoon, and how they transformed in the cartoon was exactly how the toy would transform. Hence why they probably featured each character transforming 2 or 3 times during an episode. I mean, it was a lot. Scales still in the box here. Got a power suit still on the card. The difference in between, this is like the size difference in between like a regular GoBot, which were, the price of like a Bumblebee, one of the mini bots, or a deluxe GoBot. These guys were bigger. The transformations were usually a little bit different. But yeah, these guys had a lot of detail packed into them, and they came in really neat packaging. Got my phone leaning against that. Yeah, they came in really neat packaging. Told you about the character.
Oh, is that all in English? That's a long bio note.
Yeah. Well, no, this back here is actually, well, in here should be, yeah, and there is the bio. So there's the bio, and then
That's
what's
like
on
Transformers universe length.
and back is the transformation instructions. There are actually a whole bunch of these that weren't released in the U.S., including a 34 Ford. It looked really cool, 34 Ford hot rod. But yeah, they're really really hard to get. Like I said, the Tonkas had had Tonka truck that had GoBots on it. Give me a hot second here. And what's really cool about the GoBots too is they had command centers.
It's definitely not an ATS-AT, no sir.
No, not at all. No.
Why does it look like it?
And I'm saying no just because Tonka didn't need any infringement copyright stuff.
Now they're both under Hasbro anyway.
Yeah, don't remind me. Tilallareone.
One.
Nifty stuff that the GoBots had everything Transformers did when it came to tie-in stuff. If you remember the read-alongs,
Yeah.
Oh,
got
wow,
all
yes.
of those. Tie-in stuff too, being just random.
Huh?
Hey, that's pretty par for course for Transformers too. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm a sucker for the tie-in stuff. I really am. I absolutely love the tie-in stuff. I showed this off a couple months ago, but the old pencil keeper.
Pencil pouch.
Yep.
But Mario mentions that this month we've got upcoming release issue of issue 26 of Transformers Skybound that will be pretty interesting. And Transformers Joel says, vintage toy collector, what a glorious collection. And as he's saying it, I can only think of Loki saying, fulfilled with a glorious purpose.
Oh man, my neck.
There's the deluxe Leader 1. You see how much
Why does
larger
that
he
look
is?
like Starscream?
Because it's also an F-15. They're both F-15s, that's why.
I was about to say, is that Bayverse Starscream but done up as G1 Starscream?
I've never hit a kid before. Ain't nothing Bayverse in this house.
Sorry,
Except
but
maybe
I
the
right
toilet
now-
paper.
I'm sorry, but like my Bayverse entire thing is right now getting big again because I've been discovering that.
You should have a doctor look at that.
Why? But a bunch of the figures that I've been searching for,
Watch out,
I have now
Suka. No,
discovered
no.
where I can find them. And
Don't shoot
I've
the bag.
discovered actually that there are quite a few teams of combiners that were created in Bayverse that just never actually had combiner because all of Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon, we actually had almost all the Stunticons. We were just missing Motormaster. Like you have Breakdown and Dead End that were made in Revenge of the Fallen, that in GDO, the whatever other toy line all the way off in Asia, you get Breakneck, and then Dark of the Moon's is Human Alliance, you have Dragstrip. No
God, is he still
Motormaster.
talking about Bayverse?
Oh, come on! You can't tell me all the Bayverse films were bad.
How can't I?
Like some
You
of the
do
toys
enlighten me.
that weren't characters in the movies. Like I know, I think
yeah.
Mr. Magnus has the movie hubcap, and I'm not sure if Fear and Courage has it as well. But dude,
Got a couple
sometimes with the
things.
scout class, especially, have some unique toy-only characters. And there's
Scout
even some
class has
characters
some of the
that
best.
only updates they ever gotten from G1 have been like non-movie, not
Well,
in the movie toys.
let's mention
Yeah.
off a
Like in the
character actually that I
Micromasters
thought
and
was
whatnot.
super rare. The character named Power Dive. He was in the GDO Asia toy line.
Yep.
He is a G2 figure actually. I had zero clue, but he was a G2 Decepticon, and
Yeah, he's
it's
a
his
Rotor
only
Force member.
Yeah, he is the only. That's his only update, and currently I want to get him because he's a remake of Highbrow from Revenge of the Fallen. He's a very very nice figure. And another two characters I want to get is the Mindwipe and Skystalker set since they both combined.
Yeah, there were definitely during the Imperial era. Oh, Mr. Magnus, you're muted.
Yeah, I'm noticing that
Still not getting you.
Tonight's been like muting off the stream, then it turns the sound back on its own. I'll have to reload
Is Soundwave interfering? Oh, wait, no. This is
No,
Sound Blaster's job. Oh, now
Yeah,
we
we
got
got
you.
you.
I still had my my Discord on.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Some of my friends jumped in there like, "Hey, Bill, what's going on?" I'm like, "Oh, shit, hang on, I gotta mute this."
Okay, now let's.
Because I was hearing voices and I was going, I was talking, and I looked over here and there's flashes going on my Discord icon. I was like,
I
"Oh,
heard it first.
I'm
here.
still connected over there from last night."
As long as the voices aren't telling you to do things that are immoral and illegal. If they're immoral,
Oh, that's the best combination.
That's
Right?
acceptable.
no.
You know what,
I don't even listen to the voices in my head if they don't tell me to do
Children
something.
of Primus
Save
design
that
both.
for Teletran 2. Save that for Teletran 2.
Save that for Teletran 2. But I would say that the best
Children of Primus
conversation.
does not endorse listening to your intrusive thoughts.
There you go. The best conversation was Batman Beyond between was it McGinnis and Wayne when within the episode there were voices in Bruce's head, or they were transmitting voices in Bruce's head, making him try to sell off his 51% of the company and do all sorts of things. And the new Batman, at the end of it, he's like, well, how do you know those voices in your head weren't actually your voices? And he goes, in my head, I don't call myself Bruce. And I'm like,
Indeed.
that was the best part.
There's a panel from a New 52 DC thing that brought that back because
Nice.
Wonder Woman, who has just met Batman and Superman, has very carefully placed her lasso on them where they both can't see it, and she says,
Oh,
"Tell me
yes.
your names." And Superman says Clark Kent, and Batman says Batman.
Yep.
Indeed, it's kind of crazy how Bruce has
Yeah.
changed so much. Like the character from the original '80s to now, it's insane.
Yeah.
Now over to Toy Warp. I'm going to ask you about Puzzler, because the one thing I do that I have found impressive with Puzzler, although I've never had a chance to play with that toy in person, the fact that his combination is built into him, where
Yes.
you look at all the G1 characters of combiners, with the exception of Defensor, there's all sorts of parts and accessories you have to add to make the combiner work, especially with Devastator.
Okay, so with Puzzler, who's really weird because, like I said, the first season is up on Tubi. I've been trying to work my way through it. I think I'm only up to episode like 50. We've seen Puzzler once.
Wow.
Weird. I think they'd want to plug
However-
in more.
Puzzler just kind of plugs into himself here. He just plugs into the other cars. The lights on top of the cop car serve as the studs that you put into the bottom of the
Okay.
Corvette car, and you plug in those lights, and that is basically all that holds him up. So
That
if you
police
knock
car, or at
Do
my
what?
comic shop, they have him and a bunch of the other GoBot dudes, and they're all in
Puzzler was the
pristine
first combiner.
Yep.
They all came out. They both came out in 1985. Devastator and Puzzler, but Puzzler came out in. It doesn't give me the month,
Mhm.
but it says Puzzler came out early 1985 and Devastator came out late 1985.
Interesting.
well, that makes me
guys-
wonder because the first season is from '84, and he was episode 26, I believe. So in a run of 65 episodes, he was pretty early in '84. Kind of weird that they would bring him out and not bring him out in the cartoon and not have a toy to go with him.
Quick question: did I mention the most expensive Transformer ever sold on U.S. markets?
Was it
Did I
CBR
mention
related?
this?
Was it about 2000?
Well, Magnus here mentioned a character, and it surprises me how much the character went for.
I don't know. I think I've seen Fort Maxes, like boxed Fort Maxes, go for like 25.
Have they ever tried to AFA grade a Fort Max box? I just want to see the amount of acrylic they need to do that.
Oh gosh.
So it was a graded gift set Devastator sold. This is the most it was sold for $80,000. On record, it being the most expensive Transformer ever being sold.
Yeah, that
which
doesn't
was
make any
very
sense.
crazy.
I believe it would be up there in price, even if that's not too much, because I understand the gift sets were less common than the sold separately versions.
What I had.
Of course. Even did you have a miniature black hole even back then?
Nope. Devastator was the 5th Transformer that I got.
Yeah.
I
that's
got,
where it started
like I
then.
said, my first
if I
one that
had
I
to be
ever
honest-
opened was Skywarp. I got Skywarp and Wheeljack for my birthday. And then I got Optimus Prime and Megatron for Christmas that year. And then my dad just came home randomly from work and had this great big box because my dad's a construction worker. And he was like, here, you like them things that turn into cars? Here's something that you could actually do some work with.
Things that turn into
And-
cars.
Yeah.
Them
If I had
things
to be-
what turn into automobiles.
If I
And
had
it
to
was
be
the
honest,
old box set that had all 6 of them in it.
if I had to be honest, thinking on what my 5th Transformer was, I think my 5th one was actually the first edition Transformers Prime Cliff Jumper that my mom got me.
So recent.
That's really weird too, because I was at a toy show a couple of months ago and saw a genuine Devastator G1 set, and I think they were only asking like $600 for it.
Only.
Oh, at the TFCon I went to, this was in Baltimore. When we went there, they had a full-on official Devastator set. It was out of box, but complete in nice shape. They were selling it for $100.
It's not bad, actually.
That's about what Devi goes. Devi only goes for about $1.50 out
but
of the
this
box.
is the crazy thing.
Mhm.
Everywhere else, they were all, these were all out of box, and they had all their accessories, and they were also in the same shape as the ones that me and my dad saw. They were all selling them for like $200 to $300, and Dado was very much about to buy the one that was $100.
Yeah, it just sounds like
he was seeing all these other prices, which he was saying nah to.
it sounds like somebody had it fairly priced and everyone else had it jacked up for the show, which is probably on par for TFCon.
Yeah. Now let's say Magnus, you actually Toywood, did you have any more on the within your collection that you wanted to show off?
Well, see,
Oh, I got.
I want you to hold up that power suit that's put together. Show them that one.
Yes.
Oh, so that big dude that looks like like a. Oh.
These were armor. They were armor that you put on them.
Yes.
Yeah, so your GoBot would slide into the power
Oh, I've
suit.
seen pictures of these.
Why
That's
is
such a
this so
cool
much
idea.
Just like the
It
new
is.
Combiner stuff. This is just like the new Combiner stuff right here.
It's a mech. It's not a. It's not a. It's for the
Correct.
smaller guys.
Correct.
Actually-
Now, the
Question: was there specific characters for this suit, or any character could go into the suit?
any character that's going to fit in there because, okay,
You've
GoBots.
got one of the power suits right there in the box or in the
Yeah.
card. They
Um,
didn't come with anybody.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't come with anybody.
Right.
Just about any GoBot the size, the
jeez.
regular size GoBots. Now, guys like Vanguard, who had a real fat ass, he probably wasn't going to fit in there.
It's a mech and a combiner. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and the weirdest part about it is the main body is piloted by a human. So you've got 4 GoBots around giving their power to a human piloted, main body.
Oh, I didn't even remember that detail.
That's weird, but thinking about this right here, in the Transformers Prime Cyberverse line, they made this giant Optimus, and he was able to be piloted by all the other Cyberverse figures. It worked exactly like that right there, except it was piloted by Optimus instead of like being piloted by a human.
Oof, these guys have real sort of early Power Ranger mech energy.
Mhm.
Why does that
Let's
dude
throw-
look like Star Saber?
So,
Well, you got the good ones and the bad ones.
yeah, I got
Right.
the Guardian and Renegade power suit combiners. Yeah. Yeah,
But
those
as I
are.
say right here, that looks exactly almost like Star Saber, except maybe a little bit more dumbed down.
I've never heard of her.
What a clever idea!
Transformers
Oh,
Star.
does it change into a jet with those wings?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
the
main.
centerpiece is like a spaceship.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, the main body is like a spaceship.
Oh wow. Okay, so it's like you got 4 little power suit components and then a spaceship main body, and you can combine them, and each of the limbs can have a GoBot carrying it. What a high concept thing this is.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm learning. I knew there was a thing that they could pilot, but I didn't realize it did that too.
Are we almost ready for me to show the videos?
Not just yet. Or actually, you know what? Yeah, not just yet, because I know Magnus has a collection of GoBots as well.
Yeah, he conveniently
I
has an
need to
unfolded
get a
command
collection
center.
like you guys.
Yes.
I need to try and get some more of these rare dudes or see what I can find.
There it is. Yeah, there's the AT-AT unfolded.
Hmm.
Who's
The
who's the fighter on the
the
right?
Guardian
Magnus
on
has
the right. That's just some random motorcycle transforming thing that I've found.
Ah, okay, so it's not a GoBot. I was gonna say it doesn't aesthetically match them at all.
The orange semi truck down there on the whatever corner also is at the comic shop that I go to. Like half of all these dudes are there.
His name's
That-
his
that-
name's
that-
Stax.
Yeah, that's Stax. That's the GoBot Optimus Prime.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So he's by a standard, technically the leader.
No.
No, the
No.
gray jet at the top of that little tower there on the right hand side is the leader,
Mhm.
and the black
Man,
motorcycle
that's
that I showed you
weird.
earlier is the main bad guy.
Psycho.
Yeah, Leader 1 and Cycle. And Magnus, I noticed you have a Commandron that you just kind of hid into your GoBot collection there.
What is it?
A Commandron. The little jet, he's on the bottom left-hand side of the tower.
Oh yeah, it's anything that wasn't Transformers kind of made it to this shelf.
And I have all 4 of the Commandrons.
That's
Yeah, they
very
were,
true to the
they were
childhood
motorized.
experience. Just throw the random mechs together.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. But I've got Scooter, Leader 1, and Turbo there on the right, on the actual GoBot Command Center, and then Psykill, Cop Tour, and Crasher on the very far right on the ground. And behind Cop Tour there is Tux, and you got Water Walk down here at the bottom. Wrong way. Was it Dive? The
You know what?
So,
Deep
yeah,
dive.
dive.
Pathfinder there on the left was always my favorite one. She turned into like a little space shuttle or a little flying saucer. And then there's another Turbo that's missing a wheel
Mhm.
on the left in front of Stax. And I can't remember the name of the little gold hot rod here or the guy with the twist cone, the driller.
Oh wow, I could actually buy a bunch of these
Screwhead.
dudes complete.
Oh yeah, GoBots are fairly cheap. They're still $5 or $6.
Yeah, isn't Pathfinder the bot that got redecoed from the recent Cosmos? Just
Smart.
to replace the green with blue.
Yeah, their alt modes are similar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then
You guys
also
right here are about
Smallfoot
to get
too.
me to start buying some. You guys here are about to start getting me to buy.
Oh,
some
you've
of
got
these other
Stax's
figures.
trailer.
Ooh. Oh, I like how
Let's search up
Non-
how much Stax's trailer goes.
like that.
for.
That's like just a normal toy truck
Wait a
trailer,
second.
in a good way.
Hmm.
Who is this dude?
And
Yeah,
he'll carry the
Oh,
the
I'm on the
other
wrong
deluxe
camera.
GoBots too.
Cool.
does anybody know by the GoBot named Fedor or something of the sorts?
Fightor.
Fedor?
He's the only GoBot I actually own. He is the only one that I own. I now know who he is.
Yep,
I've had him
Fightor.
for like I
So
don't know how long I've had
Oh,
him
it's
for, but I've had
Pathfinder,
him
right?
for like
yeah, this is Pathfinder,
years.
and transforms, or I'm sorry, GoBots don't transform; they convert.
No, they say transform in the cartoon. It's not very often they say it, but they've said it.
Oh, I never even knew that.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's her alt mode.
Little flying saucer, yeah.
And she had a really cool looking face, too, in robot mode.
That's
Are you talking about him or Fighter or whoever it was?
Talking about
Pathfinder.
Pathfinder, because Pathfinder's a girl. Fighter was a guy. Fightor was Psykill's second in command that stayed behind. He was like the shockwave of.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He was second in command, but he was left behind on Gobotron.
As I was mentioning, I actually got that figure from my aunt when I was like 5. And I still have that dude just somewhere. You know what? Next week, I'll pull him out if I figure out where he is. He
Well, we're
won't
not
be in
doing the
best
GoBot show
condition.
next week. He should have been ready, huh?
Well, I didn't know. For the heads up, I had no clue that this thing even was a GoBot. And I just discovered that by going onto eBay.
Transformer Joe says, already then I will try and contain my passion. I have, it's funny my sounds, I have 2 GoBots left from childhood, Coptor and Phytor as well.
Mayday, you're breaking up.
Yeah, what that's a bit weird. Let's see if I can.
So this
Right,
is one of
clear
the
now.
power suits
There
that's
we go.
not part of the. Yeah, that's not
Oh, let's
attached
see.
to the main body. The power suits all had different types of power to them. One increased firepower, one increased brute strength, one gave the GoBot telekinesis, and the other one could track anything. But yeah, that's
I
what
love
they
the,
would.
I love the designs of these.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
They're
really
very
cool.
old-fashioned retro mechs in a good way.
I think I'll
Oh,
be officially
One of the
buying
points
a
that I
bunch
was
of
going to
these
make earlier, we talked about most GoBots don't have accessories. That's because GoBots fire energy out of their bare hands or their eyes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just
they
Then
flat
they
out.
pull out the
They
They literally
Dynabot
just
move.
raise their hand up like this, and lasers would come out of their hands.
And,
Not
and
a laser
beam
gun.
would come out of their hand.
A beam would come out of their hand. You must be watching it too, Magnus.
You know what? That actually technically would be better for kids because kids usually lose the accessories and things. Actually,
Actually, I wonder if a few, because Smallfoot, I don't know how well I can get her on the screen, because I actually was able to get her recently. And
Appears and
why does she look like
disappears.
Wind Charger?
appears and disappears. Let me turn this off for the moment. And there we go. So
Yeah, you got a really nice small foot.
yeah,
Well,
and
Not
what's
that
interesting is
Scorpion too, but
the guy that I got it from, he was he said that this was his original Smallfoot, and he was kind of happy that I bought it because he goes, sometimes when he sells things, people will just kind of like throw it to the side as opposed to like showing that they're gonna take care of the character. But she does have a removable grill, like right on the front. Zoom back in here. Yeah, so you take the grill off from her chest plate, and then it goes into the front of when she's transformed into her Jeep mode.
Interesting. So there is one with an accessory.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, her roll cage on her feet also comes off.
Yeah,
Yes, that is true.
That's gone forever now.
Yes.
That's why I'm jelly of his, because he's got the roll bar still.
Yeah, and then Slicks, I replaced him. I think like last year or some months ago, because it was another one I had as a kid.
I am not sure. I've got a variant of Slicks, and I
Span.
don't know
Oh, Span! Look at
why.
look at what in the heck is going on eBay right now.
Oh boy, here we
Oh
go.
no!
Oh no! Did we single-handedly inflate the value of GoBots by showing them off here?
There it goes.
see
Well,
what is.
I'm mentioning eBay. I found the whatever
Oh.
trailer for
Hard,
with stats for
Hearted Smallfoot.
Oh,
Hearted.
Oh yeah, the carded. Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
What's it?
139 US.
That's
139.99.
yeah. That's about fair for any character carded, really.
Wow.
let me just find.
Yeah, carded characters usually bring between 100 and 200, depending on how popular the character was. So yeah,
Evidently, she's very popular because I mean, even her regular ones are all around 29 to 35 bucks.
Oh wow, I forgot about that Legacy 3-pack with all those the GoBot dudes redone. I actually might now buy that since she's a part of that.
Well, I mean, I do find with that redo that they did with Smallfoot in terms of taking gears and making him like pink and purple, and I'm like, that's not Smallfoot. Smallfoot was never pink and purple. She's just a basic red pickup truck, so it's kind of insulting to, because she's a female character, just make her pink and purple, and then like that's kind of an ugly looking gears personally.
That's a good transition into the fact that the legal situation around GoBots right now is a little bit fraught.
mhm.
And the long story short is those Transformers ones, they're literally not allowed to make them the exact same colors because they can't look too much like those toys.
Right.
Because those toys are owned by Bandai, even
they
though
ain't doing a
Hasbro
good
owns
job
the
with
rights to everything
Crasher.
else.
They make
Yeah.
it look exact to the show almost with her entire design.
There is a real race car that looks like that. That's how they were able to get Fracture in back in 2007. And since then, they can sort of claim like legacy status.
Mirage, not Throwing 30s Mirage. They took the whatever
Classics.
classics Mirage.
No,
Which
actually,
Fun fact, actually, when I was at the TFCon, I was very close to getting him because I did have a Mirage at the time.
now Impactor, you had a stop motion with a GoBot in it.
Yeah, so this one is from another YouTuber called, let me just pull back up his channel, Atomic Ninja. He uses one of the characters in it, and I think it's very smart in my opinion, and it's kind of cool. So let me just get my screen shared up.
Now, I don't know if I can play the audio of it because it's someone else's channel. So it's the bots are usually a bit tricky with that.
Fair point, but didn't I share the last time with the other one and I had audio in it?
Yeah, and there was a strike on that one too. Or
Okay.
yep, because it is someone else's channel. So technically I'm replaying someone else's content. So
Even though we gave credit,
Yeah, the credit doesn't matter.
Robots don't care.
So in terms of whoever owns it, I believe they allowed it to play because in a sense we're promoting their channel, but some don't allow it because then they look at it as in you're stealing their content as opposed
Well,
to
then I have the
promoting their
audio muted.
content. Okay.
just picture the entire shuttle attack scene. This is basically the shuttle attack scene. Audio is
Oh,
muted.
okay. Well, I immediately recognize it, so like the blue streak instead of prowl. Do, 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 do. 9 birds of fortune. Do,
Who took
do,
my
do,
peanut
do.
butter? I'll transform it to a gun.
Oh, I know which Psykill that is too.
They took Sidekill and replaced Starscream.
And
One of
anyone
my-
else want my peanut butter?
Anyone, one of my very earliest reviews on the Children of Primus website is of that Psykill
Oh,
toy because
smooth.
I didn't own him, but I was lent him for a review. That was a one-off large toy that Action Toys did when they had the Machine Robo license very briefly, and he's a very fun figure. He's just a very large Psykill.
Well, I mean, he scales perfect in this stop motion, especially since he can hold Megatron in a gun mode.
Yeah, he's about the size of a Voyager.
That is just funny though.
That is this person's whatever stop motion. And again, this person does very awesome videos. Now let's slide over to my channel. With
Yeah,
my
the
stop motion
part where the
videos.
blue streak fell down was really smooth. Don't
Mhm.
tell him that.
So right here, this is the scene that I think I've been waiting to try and create. So let's just.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there you go. Making use of all the Sharktacons immediately.
There we go.
Mhm.
I don't have a Quintesson.
A lot of people don't, so don't feel bad.
I'm just
Oh, I
gonna
like
hang
how
my head.
expressive he is.
I'm just gonna hang my head.
Look at Snarl.
I wanted 3 so that I could have the tribunal.
It's really funny because Snarl is the one who's not supposed to be there, but you have him being like,
I put him there. I put him there just to give him some more screen time.
There you go.
yeah, exactly.
Like, look at this. When I create this scene fully with the 86 film, I'm planning to give Star a little bit more of a spotlight.
That's actually great. I think you should try to stick him into the background of as many shots as you can. Build a conspiracy about how he was behind the scenes saving the day the entire time.
Oh, one other thing to mention about, like, if we zoom in when Grimlock points, I accidentally my aerial figure, the whatever 2-pack that came out, her face does not like to stay on, so it kept falling off. So I just turned her face around and put some sticky tack under it to like represent a Quintesson as a far background.
Cool. Transformer Joe says bravo. So loving Impactor's work as usual. It's always cool to see your stop motion.
Well, get ready for Christmas, because when Christmas time comes around, whatever I get is going to send me into productive mode, and I mean serious productive mode. With to go off this, I can't mention it enough. Every Christmas that happens, I create something. For an instance, so we have like a few minutes. Might as well bring back an old memory here, if I can just find the old video. Also, mentioning of channel-wise, I'm only 13 away from 400.
Oh, nice.
Which I'm surprised with how fast I've grown from only last year to now. Like, I'm about to hypothetically reach 400 by next year, which will be nice.
No, it'd be very impressive.
Whenever it's time for me to get a big pile of robots, I'm always like, yes, more stuff to write about and take pictures of.
Mm-hmm.
Why does YouTube have to give me random ads?
That's how they make money.
That's how we make money when we're monetized.
That's correct.
Indeed, fair point. But this right here, I made on Christmas Day. So after everybody left in the family, I just got productive.
Oh, how it
Forgive the
pains
old
me
days.
to do this. Wait, I still function. Wanna
This is
bet?
like, I used all my
I like him being flown away on a box.
Well, as Megatron has, how shall we say,
Tarn's there.
I nominate myself as the new leader.
Wait, the Constructicons form Devastator, the most powerful robot. We shall rule.
Soundwave superior, Constructicons inferior.
Who are you calling inferior? Nobody would follow an uncharismatic boar like you.
I was supposed to have Frenzy for this, but it turns out he's not really there.
Well, he's also a red tape robot, so he looks right to me.
Oh, that combination was smooth.
Yeah.
If you go off this, like, old me style-wise, like, this was before I fully got good with my animation. But my combiner mode was the best thing I was able to do.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Yeah.
And then you have me trying to make Ravage, like right here, I have Ravage flying right at him.
Oh, wow.
And, well, that happened. But every box I used in this is all the figures I got for Christmas.
So are we saying that Ravage took out Devastator too?
Yes. This is
Torp's hating me for
before.
that.
That's why I
This
like
is
having
before
a
I
black cat.
improved.
I used to tell
Hopefully-
Shinta, sick that person. Cut their
Hopefully,
throat.
when I get I'm currently planning to buy more flying stands in the future. Once I get a few more flying stands that are able to hold the weight of some figures, once I get 86 Devastator, I know that he's a little bit hefty, as what people have said, since top heavy. Once I get him, I will most likely try and get some of those sturdy flight stands so I can make it actually look like Devastator falls into chunks, just like in the original scene.
Nice.
But those are the stop motion things right now, currently.
You think 86 Devastator's top heavy? I
Well,
don't think
that's
he was.
what I've heard from people.
No, I think it's pretty well balanced.
Yeah. Let's say your people. What do you say?
Yeah, I think he's
As I said, I haven't experienced the figure yet.
what I consider a top heavy transformer is something like fan toys. Well, the Stunticons that I have here, the fan toys and the
Did Fan Toys Bruticus just get
XTRs,
finished?
they're all very top heavy. I thought Devastator was pretty well balanced.
What about Superion? How was he? Or how is he as a figure combined?
I don't think
he's
either
already
one
gone.
of them.
He's going.
I'm just picking them up.
To explain this, currently, I haven't experienced any of the skeleton mold figures, nor 86 Devastator. I only have experience purely, actually, with the Combiner Wars Devastator. Oh, wait, we have only 2 minutes. I actually got to show the picture right here.
Here's a Superion.
I mean, if they were.
Oh, wow,
top
that's
heavy,
pretty sturdy.
Yeah,
sturdy.
So if I pull up an image of my collection right now.
Durability seems to be the current thing that every modern figure is aiming for, engineering-wise.
Unlike Combiner Wars, which is flimsy as F.
Yeah. Combiner Wars walked so these guys could run. necessary
true.
engineering.
And then
necessary
some
engineering
Combiners
jump.
before that.
I don't
So let's
consider
mention
these
off
top
something
heavy
here.
at all. I couldn't put near that kind of pressure on that fan toys like that. He'd fall straight under the keyboard.
Interesting.
Currently, back behind me, this area right here was about to be completely changed. I was about to have this cabinet in my room, actually. But we went to a friend's house, and we got 2 new shelves.
Nice.
Right here is going to be where a new shelf is going to go, but I got 1 shelf in my room. So for the past, zoom in here, I don't know how good you'll be able to see, but for, the past 3 days here, I've been putting figures on here.
Nice.
And on the side here, you can see Skids and Mudflap scaling the entire thing with the grappling.
Oh, they're doing the Batman and Robin thing. That's neat.
That is funny.
Yep. But yeah,
that's a good idea. How do you have a cord or something?
As you guys remember the grappling hook that I gave to Mudflap? That's purely what's holding him. No sticky tack, no nothing.
Because that's a really good idea to do to the side of a shelf. I want to see if I can do that with something.
Yeah, why not? So,
well, I'm right now kind of trying to work with the idea that in the future, give or take,
I have
maybe
several
a few years
Spider-Men.
from now, maybe I could do a stream in my room showing off everything.
Cool. Well, we're going to round up this segment of the Teletran 1. Where can people find you, Impactor?
At Impactor Productions on YouTube.
There you go. So thank you, everyone, in the comments. We're going to jump over to Teletran 2. So subscribe, and till all are one.
Till all are one. Let's see if I can have it out.
We now return you to the Children of Primus.